And all right, looks like we're having some streaming connection issues. Hang on a second here, guys. All right, let's kick it off. I'm Reese Wood, Chair of the Libertarian Party of Wisconsin. Happy Independence Day, everyone. Thanks for joining for this Independence Day weekend. You know, whether you're joining us while you're out at a parade, between family gatherings, or just relaxing before watching the fireworks, I'm grateful for you being here and joining us. The 4th of July is a celebration of one of history's most important ideas, that our rights don't come from the government. They belong to each of us by virtue of being human. And while our country has never been perfect, Independence Day reminds us that liberty is something worth protecting, expanding, and passing on to future generations. And as libertarians, we believe freedom isn't just something to celebrate once a year. It's something we work toward every day by promoting individual liberty, limited government, personal responsibility, and peaceful cooperation. Today's town hall, it's a continuation of our regular quarterly town halls that we started in 2025. We're going to discuss, what's happened in the past few months, where we're heading next. We're going to talk about how every member or you as an individual can help shape the future of this party. For this recap, let's start with a major event that happened very recently, our national convention that took place in Grand Rapids, Michigan. This was a perfect opportunity to reconnect or meet new libertarians from across the country, conduct party business, elect national leadership, exchange ideas, and discuss the future of the liberty movement. And one of Wisconsin's proudest moments for us came when our secretary, Amanda Griffiths, was elected vice chair of the National Committee. Congratulations again to Amanda on this tremendous accomplishment. The convention also featured an outstanding lineup of speakers, including former Congressman and Libertarian Justin Amash. It was a great reminder that the liberty movement continues to attract thoughtful leaders who are committed to advancing freedom. And if you weren't able to attend, I encourage you to check it out. The convention coverage is on YouTube at many locations. And many of the speeches, business sessions, interviews, panel discussions, they're all available to watch. They're well worth your time. And if you'd like to see what happened in Grand Rapids, like I said, on YouTube. I'll also share a few of my own observations from attending the convention, discuss some ideas I believe LPWI can bring home to Wisconsin. We are working on some of those ideas currently. But, why don't we shift gears a little bit? We're talking about national convention. Let's shift gears to talk about the state convention, which is a ways away. If you're an LPWI member, you're thinking, hey, this is not until 2027, Reese, but planning starts now. And although we just finished one convention season, like I said, planning is already on the way for 2027. Successful conventions, they don't happen overnight. They take lots of planning. They take months of preparation and effort from lots of dedicated volunteers. Our convention is basically where we conduct business, we hear from speakers, we elect new leadership, also strengthen friendships and set the direction of the LPWI for the years ahead. If you've never attended a state convention, I encourage you to make plans now. We are so far planning for Tree Haven in Wisconsin. If you're looking for the location details, just check out the LPWI Facebook page. We have held our past 2 conventions at this location, and just a unique venue. It's one of the best opportunities that you'll have to meet libertarians from across Wisconsin and find out ways to get more involved with the party. And let's move on to some other LPWI accomplishments. Before talking about anything else next, I'd like to recognize everything our volunteers have accomplished over the past 3 months, as this is a quarterly town hall. And we've continued holding our regular executive committee meetings along with a couple special meetings, special executive committee sessions. to address important business that basically we didn't want to hold off into a regular meeting. One of these was to join a lawsuit for fusion voting in Wisconsin. Overall, our committees have remained active and productive, and I just wanted to thank all of our members who stay active on those committees. We've supported affiliates throughout Wisconsin and continue to do that. If you're interested in starting an affiliate in your area or getting one reactivated, please reach out to info@lpwi.org. We've continued publishing press releases on a regular basis. We do try to do at least 2 press releases a week, if not at least 1, but we do this to focus on issues affecting the state and also, obviously, to promote libertarian solutions. But we've improved communication overall, which was one of my goals when I ran for chair, is to focus on communication. And we have done that with members through newsletters, email updates, and our social media. We've continued strengthening relationships with affiliates, volunteers, and candidates across Wisconsin. And we've continued building a stronger organization, one step at a time. And every one of those accomplishments represents hours of volunteer work behind the scenes. And to everyone who's contributed over the past several months, again, thank you. Committee participation, shifting gears again, one of the things I'm most encouraged by is the continued work happening through our committees. We have several committees, but much of LPWI's work happens between conventions and through committee work. So whether your interests are in communications, candidate support, convention planning, bylaws, government outreach, maybe you're interested in affiliate development, fundraising, or any other area, this is a place for you to contribute on one of our committees. And you don't have to hold an elected office position within the party, basically to make a meaningful impact. Like I said, you can join a committee, and there are other roles available as well. If you have ideas, skills, or simply a willingness to help, we'd love to have you involved. And the more members participate throughout the year, obviously the stronger our party becomes, and that's what we're looking for. Website and communication updates. You know, one thing we've been asked a couple times recently, guys, can you update your minutes for your executive committee meetings? And I believe we had a volunteer recently update all the minutes on our website for past executive committee sessions. So if you're one of those people interested in finding out what we discuss at our executive committee meetings, some of the motions passed or resolutions, you can find those on the lpwi.org website. And speaking of the website, one question I hear a lot about is, how can I get more involved, Reese? But now it's easier than ever, whether you're interested in, like I said, communications, bylaws, candidate support, whatever you're interested in. You can join us, sign up to be a volunteer at lpwi.org, and you can become a dues-paying member or simply volunteer your time. I'd also like to remind everybody, our newsletter, we're doing a quarterly newsletter. If you sign up on our website, you can receive the newsletter. Our next one's coming out in about a week. For those interested, you can send your articles. Maybe you want to write something yourself, an opinion piece. You can do that, and we'll accept your contributions. You can email your articles or contributions to info@lpwi.org. Excuse that is actually press@lpwi.org. And like I said, the newsletter is not just for executive committee members. These are venues for you as individuals in the state or our members to share an opinion about a liberty-focused topic. We want to hear what you have to say about things going on in Wisconsin. Again, send your articles or opinion pieces to press@lpwi.org. In addition to the quarterly newsletter, we also continue doing email blasts throughout each month. We send out one, we aim for 2, but usually these email blasts are important news, volunteer opportunities, info about campaigns or upcoming events. Our most recent email highlighted several community events where the LPWI is working with the campaign for Elizabeth Fitzgibbon, and those events provide perfect opportunities for anyone, especially someone just looking to start getting politically active. It's a good introduction to people and get people familiar with libertarian ideas while supporting one of our endorsed candidates in this election cycle. Speaking of Elizabeth Fitzgibbon, let's talk about her campaign. We have one endorsed candidate in this cycle, and she is running for Congress. And so let's talk about her campaign real quick. She's, obviously working to build momentum. Today they were out doing a parade, and her campaign provides opportunities not only, for people to support her campaign, but also get the message out for the Libertarian Party of Wisconsin. So if that's something you'd like to help with, we have several events that we're working with her campaign on. Reach out to us and we will get you connected, whether it's donating your time to help in a parade, doing outreach, anything you can do, we could use your help. Like I said, these, not only is the party, but our campaigns and our endorsed candidates survive by volunteer support. If you've been looking a way to get more involved with the LPWI, this campaign is one of the best ways. But that brings us to a very important topic. A lot of people have asked, guys, why don't you have more candidates? And I usually respond by letting people know something I think a lot of people are unfamiliar with. The Libertarian Party of Wisconsin is, as far as I know, the only major challenge to the traditional parties that is all volunteer driven. Our party is absolutely ran by volunteers, and that means our candidates, people who step up, they're not paid to do so. We don't hand them big checks. There is no transfer of wealth. We simply use their time and their dedication. We help them to advance their campaign as well. And we need more libertarians to run for office. If you're someone who's been on the fence about it, in past live streams I've mentioned it, but there's never been a better time to run. I myself have been a candidate multiple times, and I will continue to be a candidate in the future. But every election season, people tell us they wish they had another choice. The only way to get voters another choice is when someone decides to become that option. Not everyone has to run for Congress. We need candidates for city council, county boards, school boards, village boards, boards of all kinds, state legislature, Congress, Senate. If you'd like to run for governor. Guys, we need you to consider running. Like I said, this party is volunteer driven, and we support individuals who make bold choices to run for office. And that could be you. So I'd like you to ask, why not you? Every experienced candidate was once a first-time candidate. And if you're even thinking about running in 2027 or beyond, let's start the conversation now. Please reach out to us. And let's shift gears. These are all good topics, but looking ahead to executive committee elections, we're going to look ahead to 2027, and our state convention here in Wisconsin will include elections for our next executive committee. That includes my position as chair. That'll be up for election. Our executive committee is, again, made up entirely of volunteers. These are people who organize conventions, support affiliates, recruit candidates, oversee communications, manage our party finances, coordinate outreach, and keep the LPWI moving forward between conventions. And if you've ever wanted to play a larger role in our party, now is the perfect time. You can begin by attending committee meetings. Just show up and hear what we're talking about. You can volunteer for projects. Simply just ask questions. But we'd love you to learn more about how the LPWI operates in general. Leadership grows through participation. So if you're looking to get more involved in the party, maybe you'd like to be an executive committee member, maybe you're a current member and you'd like to run for one of these positions, that'll come up early in 2027, usually around April. That is the plan so far. Let's talk about another topic. What's next for LPWI as we look forward to the rest of this year? Our priorities are still very clear, many of the things we've talked about so far. We want to continue growing our membership, strengthening our affiliates throughout the state. We want to recruit and support more candidates in the 2027 and future election cycles. We want to continue improving our communications and member resources. And, one of the main things, one of the main events, as I've said a few times, is our convention in 2027. That is one of the things we like to have success with, because it's just a great way to meet other libertarians or liberty-focused individuals. But let's kind of close this. If you guys have questions, post them. I'm going to get to them, whether it's in this live stream or I'll come back later. Happy to respond to any questions you guys have. Of course, you can always reach out to info@lpwi.org with any of your questions at any time. But I want to wrap this up by saying thank you to our executive committee members. Every committee member, whether it's bylaws, convention, any of our various committees, every individual, all of you make a difference. Our affiliate officers, if you're working with our affiliates, I can't tell you how much I appreciate your help and what you do. Every candidate, every donor, you guys keep this party alive. Every member who attended a meeting, walked in a parade, has written an article, shared one of our posts. I can't tell you how much sharing our posts means. If you recruited a new member or simply supported the work we're doing in any way, thank you. LPWI isn't built by one chair. It's not built by one committee. It's built by you and every individual and all your individual efforts. So, like I said, we're going to wrap this up. I'm proud of the progress we've made together over the past few months, and I'm even more excited about where we're headed. So thank you again for joining us. I hope you guys have a safe 4th of July Independence Day weekend, and thanks again for spending your time with the Libertarian Party, watching this live stream. With that, I'm open to any questions. Like I said, post them in the comments. If you don't have any right now, or if I don't see any right away, I will check back at this post, and happy to respond to anything you guys might see laterwards when you watch the live stream. So again, I'm Reese Wood, Chair of the Libertarian Party of Wisconsin. Grateful to have all of you here with me today, and thanks again for all you do.